Hello everyone.
Xin chào.
I'm Tree, MC, tour guide from Vietnam to Travel Company, and this is my very special tourist today.
Sally from the UK.
Yeah, so okay, now Silly, can you tell me what you did for today?
I was collected in a comfortable car and driven smoothly to the Mekong Delta, where I escaped the chaos and the excitement of Saigon and had a couple of hours floating around on the Mekong Delta. I visited a coconut candy making factory, saw that they use every single component of the tree and what they did with it. And by the way, the coconut candy is very yummy. From there, we went by boat again to a farm where they have honey. We had honey tea and looked around the farm. Then we went and had tropical fruits and more tea and some Vietnamese music. We looked at how they lived and the fact they use every square inch of their land productively, how they all get along really well. Then I've come to
the family tiny garden here,
which is just lovely. You can hardly hear anything around you other than the birds and the cicadas. I'm sitting by a stream that's full of tilapia. I've been fishing tilapia this afternoon. The lotus flowers are all over the water. I've been in the Delta for a swim. I had a competition with the gentleman who lives here. He allowed me to win. I'm sure I shouldn't have won. We had the opportunity to learn how to make an authentic rice pancake. I cooked it myself, having been given very good instructions, and then had the pleasure of eating it, and it was very delicious. Okay, a very hot pan, vegetable oil with banana stem, just enough to coat the bottom of the pan. When hot and sizzling, which this is already, you use rice flour with onion leeks, swirl it around, return it to the stove. Add the ingredients of bean sprouts to one side.
Yeah.
And this is a mixture of seafoods. Oops. And vegetables. Is it vegetables?
Pork, yeah, pork and shrimp.
Pork and shrimp. And then put the lid on and leave to cook for 20 seconds-ish until the bottom of the pancake is just turning brown. Like this one I prepared earlier. So, dragon fruit, the purple variety. What's that?
Veggie and egg. You have the soup first.
The soup, that's soup, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, to top it all, I learned how to plant rice. My rice was appalling. I think my rice field looked like the typhoon had already hit it, and the gentleman's rice looked perfect. But it shows you how hard it is to farm this land, and, you know, respect for the work that everybody does here.
Oh yeah. when Silly told us how or what she did for today, I don't feel like this is a Mekong Delta tour. This is like a food tour, right?
Yes.
You eat from the end, from the beginning to the end,
Yeah.
right? Candy, bihani, fruit, pancake, lunch, and then you do exercise with a hand rowing boat.
Yeah.
And how to plant a rice as well. Oh my God, that's a lot. So how do you feel about the tour today?
I think it's really nice to see something authentic that isn't city. I've travelled through a few cities through Vietnam, including Hanoi.
Yeah.
Hanoi feels very different to Saigon. Saigon feels quite westernized with a Vietnamese influence, whereas perhaps Hanoi feels more Vietnamese with a bit of Western influence. And so as a Westerner, for me to come out into the countryside away from that city is refreshing and more authentic, because you get a better feel of the real Vietnamese people rather than the rushing melee of city life.
Yeah.
You see community life.
Okay. So we have many activities for today, and if you just have a chance to pick one, what do you like most?
Cooking the pancake.
Cooking the pancake.
And possibly eating it slightly more.
I don't know why most of my tourists really like the making pancake activities. Because we are human, we love eating.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, and at the end, how do you think about your tour guide?
I think my tour guide and guides actually have been lovely. They've been very patient, very laid back. It's been a very relaxed, comfortable day.
Yeah. So do you have any recommendation for other tourists when they visit Vietnam or something like this?
I would recommend you get off the beaten track as much as you can to feel the real Vietnam. It's a long, vast country. It's worth exploring. There are beautiful pockets of scenery, and it's not all around the cities.
Yeah.
Cities are cities. They all have their different feels, even within Vietnam, and different to other cities in the rest of the world, because that's what cities are like. But you need to get out into the countryside and smell it, feel it, breathe it, eat the food. The food is plentiful, fresh, healthy, nutritious.
Yeah.
People work really hard, and I have felt totally safe throughout my entire stay, and I'm travelling solo.
Yeah.
And people have been welcoming, friendly, helpful. And I just wish I spoke more Vietnamese so I could communicate better. But all I know is hello. Xin chào.
They're really friendly, right? Yeah. And being a Vietnamese people and a tour guide, I really feel like grateful because of your compliments. And I wish you have a wonderful time in Vietnam, and hope to see you next time. Okay. When in Rome, do it the Romans do.
And when in Vietnam, book a tour with Vietnam to Travel Company.
See you.